While visiting the Rohendel content, you can find a dungeon called the Phantom Palace inside the top left side of the Elzuin Shade area. Before you will be able to enter inside it, you have to complete several mine quests of the continent. Once you will be able to do so, you will notice that you can collect 7 Mokoko seeds inside. For the first, reach the last but one area connected with the blue arrows in the middle, where you have to check the bottom right dead end. Once you will get there, you will notice a floating boulder you have to destroy. After you did so, you will be able to check the cavity on the right side in order to find the first Mokoko seed. For the second, you have to reach the upper section of the first dungeon area. To be precise, you have to check the bottom left dead end. Here you will find a crystal and several purple enemies. Well, you have to defeat them all and destroy also the crystal. After you did so, under the crystal location, you will find the second Mokoko seed to collect. For the third, proceed further and complete the chess puzzle in order to open the first door. In this area, you have to check the right central part of the passage going toward the circular location. While crossing this passage, several towers will rise up. In the meantime, you have to reach the right side area, where under a shield you will find the third Mokoko seed. For the fourth, you will need 2 battle items. The first is the Lutera's Horn, while the second is the Taunting Scarecrow. To make it easier, a good idea is to bring also the Stealth Robe. Anyway, in the same area of the third Mokoko seed, you have to proceed further and enter inside the rounded location. Immediately after you entered inside, you have to use the horn and the Scarecrow. This is needed to distract the boss. The next step is to explore the external margins of the area until you will find something to interact with. To avoid being targeted, you have to use the rope and then interact with the light. Only if you was able to interact with the item in the first minute of the fight, you will obtain a buff called the Divine Tree's Radiance. You will need this buff in order to reach the secret Mokoko. But before you will be able to do so, you can collect the 5th Mokoko seed. To be precise, you need to reach the moment where after completing a chess puzzle will be opened the top right door. Behind it you will find a small corridor and you have to check the first left side area. Here you will find 2 portals and you have to interact with one of them. Inside this room, after the staircase, in front of the window, you will find the 5th Mokoko seed. Speaking again about the 4th Mokoko seed, you have to continue exploring the area behind the top right door, where this time you need to reach the end of the corridor, where there is a boss. After defeating him and a small cutscene will appear a second boss. Well, you need to wait until the boss will go in the second stage. She will move in the central part of the room and several mirrors will appear around. Next, you will notice an incoming wave and you have to use the mirror once it will start approaching you. Immediately after, approach the boss and after a while will appear something to interact with. If you will be able to collect it before the next wave, you will receive a second buff. Before the next step for the 4th Mokoko seed, you will be able to collect the 6th. To do so, defeat the boss and exit the room. This way, you will appear in the upper section of the map, where you will be able to explore the bottom right passage. Here you will find a group of enemies and a crystal in the middle. By defeating them and destroying the crystal will disappear the barrier to the bottom right. This will allow you to reach a secret room with a scared gargoyle in the middle. Well, by checking the bottom left margins of the area, you will be able to collect the 6th Mokoko seed. Speaking again about the 4th Mokoko seed, you have to approach the chessboard. Approaching its upper side will start a cutscene at the end of which will appear in the middle a staircase. At the beginning of it you will notice some butterflies flying around 2 pedestals. If you collected the 2 buffs, you will be able to interact with them. Once you did so, approach the chessboard and it will allow you to solve a new puzzle. To solve it, you have to bring the white king on the left side and the white bishop in the upper side. After completed, will be unlocked a side door in the top left side. Behind it you will be able to explore a room where you have to defeat an elite unit, then approach the end of the passage. where you will find a locked door, and to open it you have to pick up one of the 4 purple lanterns. Then proceed further and enter inside the last room, where you will need to use the lantern in order to destroy several enemies. After you will complete the objective, another corridor will be opened that will allow you to reach another area you have to clear using the lantern. Once done, will appear a boss you have to defeat. Then, approaching the top left side of the room, you will be able to clip through a small wall. By exploring this side secret area, you will be able to reach at the end the 4th Mokoko seed. For the 7th and the last one, you have to finish the dungeon by defeating the last boss. Once done, speak with Azena in order to complete the last dungeon objective. After the cutscene, you will appear in front of a chest you can loot. While for the Mokoko, you have to explore the area above it, and hidden behind the leaves of the tree, you will be able to collect the 7th Mokoko seed.